This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Thursday, August 8th, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. Pic-O-De-Crop King William Classic Waite has chosen the money. He yesterday opted for the $100,000 prize money over the Nissan X-Trail, valued at $120,000. Classic, who'd been given until yesterday to make his decision, tells Barbados Today it's a weight off his shoulders.
I think it's the most pragmatic decision to make at this time. In that, as much as it's a lovely vehicle, it's very tempting and it's luxurious and everything, has all the the latest features and stuff. It's a good vehicle and it would last long. But I think that it's not at this time. The timing is not right for me to take the vehicle. So I decided to go with the cash because it can take care of some immediate commitments and help clear out some debt. I can also reinvest in my career, help my family and stuff. So I think it's the most pragmatic decision at this time. Maybe another time, maybe if it was the vehicle and a certain amount of cash also to go along with the vehicle, yes, I could balance that. I would have been able to look at that if it was, let's say, it was the vehicle plus $50,000 or $60,000 or something like that. Maybe yes, but the vehicle alone, I would have to go about trying to liquidate that. So it doesn't make sense going to the vehicle at this time because we still have to try to sell it in order to cover expenses and other financial commitments that I have at this time.
The two-time monarch is hoping for changes to the prize monies for next year's competition.
I think that, as I say, they put a vehicle, they should be able to say, well, hey, the monarch is driving the vehicle and the monarch can promote my vehicle and I'll offer it, whatever. I think we can do it like that. Offer a substantial cash price along with the vehicle. You can do both because I mean, Gabby has suggested why it has to be an option. Why it can be both. You can offer both, so that they wouldn't be, so that it wouldn't appear as though there's a rejection of a price that's being offered. You see, and I think everybody can come out smiling and feeling happy. Offer the vehicles you want to offer the vehicles, and also, as I said, if you don't want to offer, if you can offer $100,000, offer $50,000 or $60,000 along with the vehicle, and a person, I think most people still accept that. Because you can cover the crop over now, not in the red, you can pay off some expenses for crop over, you can still have some money going forward, and everybody can live. And if you want to liquidate, you can still liquidate, but you have a better option to me than just telling me cash or vehicle. If it's cash or vehicle, most people are going to go to cash.
Government's decision to reduce the corporate tax rate and allow residents to open foreign exchange accounts is getting the thumbs up. Officials of the mutual fund investment firm Fortress Fund Managers say this should help improve the local investment climate. In fact, Investment Director Roger Cave says there are already signs of improvement in investor confidence.
Certainly the reduction in corporation tax is going to be one that should be positive for earnings locally. There's obviously been increases in a number of indirect taxes, and so that's, I think, hurting the consumers and individuals, so that's a challenge. But generally, I think investor confidence is coming back. I think the debt restructuring has been a positive part of that. There's already been one upgrade. We know that the international creditors, that has not yet been agreed, but hopefully that will happen soon. And the investor confidence, as it grows, should lead to more and more activity in the local economy.
Government is being urged to establish a task force to tackle food fraud. The recommendation has been made by Ina Harvey of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, who identified this as a growing threat.
Barbados has some vulnerabilities with respect to food fraud, especially in terms of the products that are being identified as priorities for agricultural development. Honey production. Honey is one of the products that is subject to food fraud internationally. There's even something called Honeygate in the EU. And if we are to produce high quality, authentic Barbadian honey, we need to have the laboratory capacity and the research and development capacity to prove that our honey is genuine and authentic and even organic. So there might be a bit of a vulnerability there. As you know, we have a huge food import bill, and that in itself is a vulnerability because over the last 2 years, we have had so many recalls of foods that we import, especially processed foods, canned corn, regal icing. We had chilled and frozen chicken. We had tuna, corned beef, you name it. And therefore the consumer is very susceptible to buying a product and then finding out that there has been a recall in the States or in Europe or in Canada for a product.
In sports, a victorious Hamilton Lashley Foundation Under-19 cricket team returned to Barbados yesterday evening. The team won the Mississauga International Cricket Festival in Canada on Monday. They played 5 games and lost only 1. The foundation's director of sports, Gregory Small, spoke to the media after the team's arrival at the Grantley Adams International Airport.
I don't think words can really express how I really feel, because to go down to Canada as a Caribbean team to take part in such a tournament like this, and to actually won the tournament and only losing one single game, and the team that they actually beat would have been the team who would have won the tournament on 3 consecutive times. So to actually win this tournament, beating the team who would have won 3 consecutive times, that is a great honor.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In the Bahamas, a foreign investor is threatening to close up shop next year if the government doesn't keep its promise of improving the ease of doing business. We get the details from Eyewitness News.
In a threatening spread in the Tribune yesterday, Lee Rodney, owner of Compass Point Resort, made a clear stance. In a paid advertisement, he said that if the government does not make it easier for business owners, he'll be forced to close their doors come the next general election. Rodney, however, did not expound on his concerns, noting that the advertisement would be the only remarks that will be made. He furthered that, saying, quote, if the F&M wins the next election without acting upon the promise they made when they were elected 2 years ago, the Compass Point owners does not want to continue to do business in the country anymore. He continued, the top leaders of the country, Dr. Hubert Minnis, Honorable Dean Lucio D'Aguilar, ex-Prime Minister Honorable Hubert Ingram, and others have been made directly aware of this request, end quote. The request, Rodney explains, is for the government to organize a small group that would be able to create a list of recommended changes to, quote, existing laws and regulations. The request, according to Rodney, is simple. However, in speaking with our Eyewitness News team today, D'Aguilar claims he has to look back into the matter, adding that his conversations with Rodney was some time ago.
Internationally, Puerto Rico has gotten its 3rd governor in less than a week. This occurred just hours after the bankrupt U.S. Territory Supreme Court ruled that Pedro Pierluisi's assumption of the office was unconstitutional and ordered him to leave. For more on that story, we go to Reuters TV.
With Justice Secretary Wanda Vazquez sworn into office Wednesday. The change of leadership coming just hours after the U.S. Territory's Supreme Court ordered short-term Governor Pedro Pierluisi to leave his post, saying his oath of office less than a week ago was unconstitutional. Pierluisi's swift removal paved the way for newly appointed Governor Vazquez, who said just days ago that she had no interest in the job. But on Wednesday, Vazquez changed her tune, saying Puerto Rico needs certainty and stability at this time. Protesters who forced former Governor Ricardo Rosselló from office had also opposed Vazquez. Many say Vazquez was too close to disgraced Governor Rosselló, who was forced to quit after leaked offensive messages unleashed rage over suspected corruption and other issues that have plagued the island territory.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.